All right, Natalie, thanks. It is now time for medical coverage here on Daybreak with Mercy Dr. Barbara Bumberry. Good morning. Thanks for being here, Dr. Bumberry. Today we are talking about hearing aids and hearing loss. Before we go into the hearing aids part of it, I want to talk about hearing loss and how common is it?
So in the age range of 65 to 75, about a third of those adults will have hearing loss. And once you get to the age of 75, it's almost 50%. And of those, only about 1 in 5 patients actually get hearing assistance with that hearing loss.
And the hearing aids, we just recently, you said in October of last year, that over-the-counter hearing aids became available. Tell me a little bit of the difference between the ones you get from the doctor and the over-the-counter ones.
So the prescribed ones are the traditional ones. Those are the ones where you initially go to an audiology office, you have a hearing test, and then they can fit you with a hearing aid specifically fitted to your ear. They have all types of settings that they can use on the hearing aids. They're often sweat or water resistant. They also often have times Bluetooth connectivity. So if you're at a facility that has that offered, like our church offers it, so when you're sitting in Mass, you can hear everything through your hearing aid, or Juanita K. Hammond's here, they offer that also. So those are the advantages. The downside, they're expensive. The average cost is about $2,000 per ear, so $4,000 for a pair of them. Medicare typically doesn't cover that, but if you have a Medicare Advantage plan, they may offer coverage. And also if you need repairs, typically the audiologist can do those. The over-the-counter hearing aids, like you said, just became approved in October of last year. They're going to be cheaper, around $500 to $1,000 a pair, which is still a lot of money, but significantly less than the prescription ones. They're only for mild to moderate hearing loss, so they're not for all types of hearing loss. You've got to be careful with information like warranty. If you have a problem with it, where do you return it, or who's going to repair it? Does the manufacturer have a website or a hotline phone number that you can call for information? And with the return policy, you want to make sure that there's at least a 30-day period because it takes about that long to get used to a hearing aid.
Okay. Would you recommend, I know this is fairly new, so I don't know if brands are still new, talking to your doctor before purchasing something over the counter to make sure that this is a good brand or something other people have used?
It's a good idea for a couple of reasons. One, the hearing loss may be something that's very easily treated. Maybe they've got a ear full of wax, or maybe the individual has a ear infection that could be treated. And then there's some red flags with hearing issues. If you're somebody that's got sudden hearing loss just on one side, if you're having other symptoms with it like vertigo, dizziness, or ear pain or discharge, then you need to make sure you're seen by your healthcare provider because there are other types of ear conditions that can be more significant that need to be treated.
Sure, it could be unique to you. All right, Dr. Barbara Bumberry with Mercy, thank you so much for all of that information. And we'll have this on our website as well, ozarksfirst.com. Jesse?